spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Trojans offense going to get the chance to start this game off. These guys played a terrific game a year ago, final Saturday of the regular season. Close through halftime, tied at 14, but the Fighting Irish showed why they were bound for the national championship game and took home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat in capturing the shillelagh in the second half.
They took the shillelagh. Yeah, it was 14-14 at half. It was a really good football game, and then Notre Dame's defense just takes over. They scored 14 points, 100-yard interception return, 99-yard interception return.
He's loose on the left. There he goes. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Trojans are threatening on 1st and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Here comes the heat. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place. On the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So Notre Dame's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Carr. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Farmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Running it to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
That's caught. It's Fields. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Notre Dame! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game, critical. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. With the catch, it's Sanders. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Trojans line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Running to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Using his legs, it's Price. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country and getting the quarterback on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. All out of space. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's falling. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Newt Rockney, Ara Parseghian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we could keep going on. The uniforms are up.
Open field on the right. There he goes. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Strachan. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. That's caught. It's Jordan. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got it in the middle. It's Sanders. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to throw again. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. At the 35, he's got room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, USC!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll start this drive firing. The short hands, it's Price. Oh, what a cut! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss.
Turning it on! He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. It's complete to the left. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
The Trojans want to move quickly. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Shoots it to the left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He was thinking big return. Didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Pauling. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets...
Gashing the D on the right. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Well, this offense told us coming in, they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Here we go.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
On the double.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Let's go.
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, the jeweled shillelagh on the line, and already USC and Notre Dame has given us some impressive moments. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between USC and Notre Dame plays out.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Pauling. And he's to the 48-yard line. That would be good enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side. Lots of room to run. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Irish! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Mayaba. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here come the Irish back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job.
Unloads it downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that Jewel Shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how... This game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jewel Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Finds his big tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the left. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Looking to throw on 3rd. That's reeled in. It's Jordan. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And the Trojans are rolling down the field. They'll go to the ground. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
If your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First play of this drive comes from the 27. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Dropping back, it's Carr. Finds the tight end. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Pauling. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Price. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Buying some time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Notre touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it. Read the defense. Everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Yeah, this offense has to find a way to run the football, and they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
To the air, it's Fox. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Finds his tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Finds his man. It's Fowler. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Scanning the field, it's Fox. They go to the wide receiver screen, and it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Gain of 13. First down for the offense.
Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
Here we go, here we go.
Using his legs, it's Jordan. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the best.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Trojans decide to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Check, check.
The gift to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Carr. He's got it down the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
Time to take a shot. Makes a grab for a big play.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Firing to the right, complete. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Notre Dame, once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Dropping back, it's Carr. Got his man downfield. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
63, USC, 10.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Dalton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Fowler. And that is how we will wrap this one up. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home.